We now come to the next category of questions, inference type of questions. In this category, the student is asked to identify what information can be inferred from the passage. Now, the important thing that you need to remember to note here is that the right answer will be stated indirectly in the passage, be very clearly implied by something mentioned in the passage. So, one or the other. It'll be stated indirectly, so you may need to paraphrase it in the uh, paraphrase information in the passage to get the answer, or it'll be clearly implied by something which is mentioned in the passage. Now, to remember what it'll not be. It'll not go beyond what is stated in the passage, nor will the correct answer use extreme words such as only, never, and always, unless explicitly supported by the passage. Now, one other word that I would like you to remember as an extreme word is also unique. Unique means the only kind, also an extreme word, which I didn't mention, but I want you to remember it. Also, an answer that may be true, otherwise, that is from outside knowledge, but is not supported by the passage, will never be the right answer. You have to be able to find information in the passage that's going to support the inference answer. The question can take the form in lines 12 to 20. The author suggests that it can be inferred from the passage that the lines 30 to 32 in the passage convey that the passage more strongly suggests that the author implies that, etc., etc. A passage may include a statement such as a majority of the students of XYZ school in Fort Wayne, Indiana, prefer vanilla ice cream to chocolate ice cream. Now, which of the following would be true based on the given information? Let's look at each of the options. A says vanilla ice cream is liked by all the students of XYZ school. If you were to compare with the given information, it only says a majority of the students of XYZ school prefer vanilla ice cream, and the wording has changed to vanilla ice cream is liked by all the students. It's got an extreme answer there, or it's got extreme words in the answer option, and therefore not likely to be the right answer. Second one, if you go on, a majority of the townsfolk of Fort Wayne prefer vanilla ice cream to chocolate ice cream. So majority is correct, prefer is correct, but here it was talking about the school students. Now it's moved to townsfolk, and therefore I have a problem with the townsfolk of Fort Wayne, which is not supported by given information and therefore may be true but not supported. Next, no one in XYZ Fort Wayne likes chocolate ice cream. Majority prefer vanilla ice cream doesn't translate into no one, and therefore no one is a problematic extreme word, not likely to be the right answer. Let's look at D. The ice cream parlor outside XYZ school sells more vanilla ice cream than chocolate ice cream is probably supported because this clearly says a majority of the students of XYZ school in Fort Wayne prefer, and therefore there is an ice cream parlor outside and it is likely to sell more vanilla ice cream than chocolate ice cream. Another one. Going forward, chatbots will need to become more artificially intelligent so that they can learn better on their own. This will reduce the resources required for training and retraining chatbots. I'm sure you all read about chatbots. Another area where chatbots need to improve is their emotional quotient. They need the ability to pick up cues about the state of mind of the human they're interacting with. Lack of empathy with a customer's anger, frustration, or sorrow breaks down many machine human interactions. So, this is the information we have from the passage, and the question asks which of the following can be inferred from the passage? First one says, at present, chatbots need to be taught additional skills through human intervention. Let's look. Anything about human intervention or about taught additional skills? Chatbots will need to become more artificially intelligent so that they can learn better on their own. So at present, chatbots need to be taught additional skills through human intervention, clearly, because they can't learn on their own. This is true. Resources need to be deployed to train and retrain chatbots. This will reduce, so if you need human intervention, it will reduce the resources required for training and retraining the chatbots if they were able to train on their own. This clearly implies that resources need to be deployed to train and retrain chatbots. Absolutely correct. Emotional quotient is partly a measure of the ability to understand the state of mind of the person is dealing with. We saw the word emotional quotient here. They were saying chatbots need the ability to pick up cues about the state of mind of the human they're interacting with. So if you have the ability to understand the state of mind of the person you're interacting with, that is a measure of emotional quotient. That's exactly what it's saying. Yes. Fourth one, machine human interactions are often put in jeopardy because of a lack of show of empathy on the part of the machine. What have they said? Lack of empathy with a customer's anger, frustration, or sorrow breaks down many machine human interactions. Therefore, that means machine human interactions are often put in jeopardy because of a lack of show of empathy on the part of the machine. All these four are the kind of things which would be supported by the passage. So, these would be the answers to inference type of questions. So, let's do a proper question. Here you have the passage in 1600. The H volcano in the Andes Mountains in South Peru buried nearby villages, killing around 1,500 people and hurled enough sun-blocking particles into the atmosphere to cool the planet. Researchers classify the event as an explosive Plinian eruption and have long thought it to be the largest eruption in South America since 1540. Second para. JMP at the University of Clermont, whatever name. Names are not important, and anyway, these are unpronounceable names in French. JMP and his colleagues reassessed the eruption size by mapping ash and rock from 1600 event. The team calculated that the volcano expelled up to this much of material, nearly twice as much as scientists had thought. That makes the 1600 cataclysm one of the largest Plinian eruptions on Earth in the past 2000 years. Which of these can be inferred from the passage? First one, no one had studied the eruption of the volcano before JMP. What have they said? Something about so-and-so and his colleagues reassessed the eruption size by mapping ash and rock. So if they reassessed it, then clearly someone had assessed it earlier. So maybe they themselves or someone else. And no, it doesn't say that it was for the first time that they were studying it, and therefore anything with a extreme word, always look at it with suspicion, and so not likely to be the right answer. B, mapping ash and rock from a volcano can help scientists gauge the intensity of the volcano's eruption. Probably because we just read that they reassessed the eruption size by mapping ash and rock from 1600 event. So mapping ash and rock can help scientists gauge the intensity of the volcano's eruption. For a inference question, the vaguer the answer choice, the wishy-washy kind of language, that's more likely to be the correct answer. So I'll keep B for the moment, move on to C. There's no other way that the intensity of the eruption can be measured. Now, it doesn't state that. This was one way they measured it, but nowhere does it say that there's no other way. So always view anything with extreme words with suspicion. Anyway, I found B slightly better. D says, those who thought that the eruption of H was the largest in South America since 1540 were wrong. Were they wrong? What did they say? So these are the people who had, and have long thought it to be the largest eruption in South America since 1540. And the new theory is that this makes the 1600 cataclysm one of the largest Plinian eruptions on Earth in the past 2000 years. So not just in South America, but on the Earth for the past 2000 years, not just since 1540. So even further strengthens the theory that they were not wrong. It was definitely the largest in South America since 1540, but even beyond that. So D is not wrong. I mean, it's not the right answer. And therefore, B has to be the right answer.